Hi, my name is Leanne Smith and you're watching Get Ready With Me. So this is my morning routine. I'm in the middle of moving right now, so life is kind of in shambles. But I find if you take a little bit of time in the morning to get ready, put time into yourself, it makes the day that much better, and then you just feel motivated to get out of the house, go do some things, so that if you run into your friends or something in the street, you're not like, oh, I look awful. When I get up in the morning, I always shower. I wash my hair only every couple days. I actually have thicker hair, has a little bit of a natural curl to it. Frizz is my worst enemy, so I'm actually going to show you guys how I do my hair and also how I do just like a very natural, neutral look. So nothing fancy, not like a glam that I'm going out for, but just something to make you feel like $1,000,000 just to get your day started. So with my hair, I actually use a Dyson hair dryer. I invested in this. Yes, ladies, men, it is expensive, but I swear it has helped my hair. It just really makes sure that you don't get heat damage to it. A lot of the tips and stuff I'm going to share with you are actually from my hairdresser and from people that have done my makeup on set. They've given me tips when doing my makeup, because you got to ask questions. So when you have a professional working with you, asking questions is the best thing you can do because it's specifically to you, and then you know what products to get. So with my hair, it soaks up moisture. I live in Toronto, Ontario, so it is cold here right now. So I always have to put tons of moisture, not only on my skin, but my hair, everything. I have found this BB Repair by Bumble & Bumble. I have found these guys to be awesome. I put it in my hair after I've washed and shampooed, conditioner, all of that. I put this in my hair. You don't have to use a lot. I focus on the ends. You should even do that with conditioner, actually. My hairdresser said that, you don't have to put conditioner everywhere. I focus on the ends, and all the little stuff that's left over on my fingers I put into the rest of my hair. You can also use a brush to just make sure that, you get it evenly throughout the whole hair, but definitely focus on the ends. So let's start with hair first. I'm a huge fan of Aveda products. I go to Ciavello here in Toronto, Ontario. I've been going to them for years. Aria is amazing, and I always use their products because they're natural. I find they give my moisture, they give just enough moisture for my hair. One of the products that I really like using is the shampoo and conditioner are great. I use the Nutriplenish. It's a newer line from them. Then I also use this. So it's a Nutriplenish. It's an oil. It's actually multi-use. So even though this one is a little bit expensive, it lasts forever. I'm going to use this at the end when I'm done styling my hair. So first what I do is I use the BB Blow Dry cream. I use my Dyson, and for anyone that has really unruly hair or stuff that doesn't like to work with you, or you have not a full curl, just like a whatever this is wave, and it just turns into a frizz ball like a tree, like my hair, this is what you should do. So I use round brushes. I believe that this one is the 1 inch. I use that size, or even a little bit bigger, and I'm going to show you guys how to do a blowout without having to pay for a blowout. All right, so let's get started. Part your hair wherever you usually part it. I usually go on the side, so just part. And you want to work in small sections. Big trick that my hairdresser actually showed me for if you deal with frizz is start with heat, but then there's also a cooling setting on here. So on the Dyson, you'll see this little blue dot. That's the cooling. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to use one hand to blow dry. I'm going to use the other hand with the roll brush, and I'm going to start with heat, and then near the end, when I'm done that section, I'm actually gonna move my finger to the cool button, and then I'm gonna finish off with the cool. It actually just helps set the hair, and it gets rid of all that frizz. So I do small sections at a time. So you can take it right to the root, go right here, start rolling it. Sorry for the noise. Go right to the end. Stay nice and close. press the button, let it cool, stay there for a second. And then you can see as I bring it out, curl around, and then bam, you got this cute little curl going on. So what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna do my whole hair. Now that you guys saw that, I'm gonna focus on getting it done, and then I'll show you what you do after you've done the round brush. So don't touch it, let it sit, and then just keep working the rest of your hair. So bear with me while I do my whole head of hair, which is a ton of hair. I know someone out there is laughing because you have the same hair as me, I'm sure. Okay, so now that all the noise is gone, so as you can see, we got the curls. We still have a little bit of frizz and stuff going on here. So for me to do all of that, my whole head, and the talking I've had with you guys, that's only taking me about 11 minutes. So trust me, if you start doing this, it is not gonna take you 11 minutes, right? To start, you have to get used to it. As you can see, it's a bit of a juggling act to try and get the round brush and all that coordinated. So just take your time with it, do small sections, get used to it. I've been doing this for a couple years because this is just my everyday look. So I have practice. So what I do next is, if I have like little frizzy parts and stuff here, I'll actually take a straightener and I will just go over them. So I'll let that heat up. While that's heating up, I like to work efficiently in the morning. I usually have a very busy schedule. Obviously with COVID and being from home, not so much, but I like to get the most out of my day. So what I did is, before I even started on with you guys, is I moisturized my face. Moisturizing, especially here in Canada, when it gets colder, my skin cracks all the time. And when you're wearing a mask, I don't know about you guys, but I get dry skin right here. So I find that exfoliating here and then using a moisturizer is the best. I use Nivea. Girl on a budget. I love fancy cosmetics, don't get me wrong, I love indulging, but I find that this actually does the trick. I'll put this on in the evening. It's super thick. I just plaster it on my face. Make sure you also get your neck, and then any leftover I put onto my hands, because that's where you show aging the most, is your neck and your hands. Then for my body, I also use like the most intense Nivea repairing care. So Nivea, you're my friend. Love the company. I do have a moisturizer and a cleanser from the woman that does my facials. So I also recommend supporting, if you go to a local business or anything like that, support a local business, get the products that are best for your skin, whether you're oily, dry, whatnot. I find that those work best for me. And Nivea even does like these little travel packs too, which is cute. So while my hair is, while that's warming up and my hair is just kind of setting, what I do is I've already put moisturizer on. Unless I have like a big day or something, then I will use a primer. I'm not gonna use a primer, it's already packed because I'm moving, so no primer today. But what I will do is I try not to, especially in the winter, use too much foundation, because I find that if my skin is dry at all, it will show. I really like MAC, so being in the entertainment industry and modeling, acting, all that kind of stuff, MAC for professionals does have a discount program. You can find it on their website. I find that that has saved me so much money, because I'm going to be buying makeup, whether it be on set or whatnot. So I just use a little bit, obviously use a blender. I usually stick closer to my cheeks and my T-zone here because I have mild rosacea. So with the rosacea, I tend to be very pink. If anyone has that issue, you know what I'm talking about. So I try to blend the foundation, get right up to the top here, blend it as much as I can, cover those bags, even though I got lots of sleep last night. Make sure there's no creases. Always go along here, guys, make sure it's blended. Last thing you want is to have a line, and always make sure that your foundation is matched to your skin. I know it's a little hard right now because we can't go into stores, or maybe stores aren't open, but if you know your color from before, then just order that same color online and try not to screw around with that too much, because nobody likes a line. obviously with these beauty blenders, I like to make sure that, you know, mine is clean. Mine is not right now, sorry. But just make sure that, you know, you're always sanitizing it afterwards. I do have a cleaner, but obviously that's packed too. I usually spritz it afterwards and just let it dry. Okay, so my straightener has warmed up. I have my foundation on my face. So what I'll do with my straightener is I'll actually just go right from my roots and down, just to get rid of all those little flyaways, because they tend to pop up no matter what I do. You never want to keep the straightener on your hair for too long, and never have it full blast for heat. That's one thing that I find a lot of people do, is they'll have it full blast for heat, and that's actually really bad for your hair. So you never need to have it full blast. Just move the straightener a little bit slower if you have to for that. If I find that there's any curls or something that, you know, I didn't grab, then what I'll do is I'll just take that small section. I use a straightener for this. I'm horrible with curling irons, and what I'll do is I'll just wrap it around like slow, nice and slow, and then there you go. It fits right in with all the other ones. So I try to find pieces that, you know, maybe my round brush didn't get or aren't as curly. You'll notice when I put the oil and stuff in, these curls are gonna set. I don't like to have big curls like Shirley Temple or anything like that, but if you have them naturally, I am envious of you. I gotta work for my curls. And yeah, so just start from the top, nice and slow, all the way through, nice and smooth, roll it out, and then you got that cute little curl there. So I try, mostly it's usually the back that I have to work on. Okay, so that looks pretty good to me. I'm not going anywhere fancy today. So now that my curls are here, what I'll do is I'll take that oil that we were talking about. Honestly, 1 to 2 pumps, you don't need a lot. This stuff will last forever. I just evenly put it throughout my hands, even on my fingertips. This stuff is multi-purpose. You can use it for your cuticles. I go either side of my hair so that I don't get the oil too much in one spot. I try to focus on the ends first, and then just like the cream, then I go to the top if there's any excess, and I will brush my fingers through my whole head of hair right to the end, right through. So instead of using a brush to brush out my curls, I use my hands, just my fingertips, easy peasy. If I have any flyaways, get right to the root, brush it through. What really helps before you do this whole process actually is that your hair is already somewhat dry. I don't do it like straight out of the shower. I actually take my towel and I'll rub the ends. And so there's my hair. Here's my hair look. Nice little curls, big and voluptuous. I love big hair. I'm all about it. I swear I should have been born in Texas. So there's my hair. That's done. Now the foundation. Now I'm gonna do my makeup. So what I like to do is I like to do my eyes first, because if any kind of powder comes off when I do the powder on my face, it'll just kind of get rid of it. Lately, I've been really liking this palette from Bare Minerals. It's their rose one. It, for me, is a nice everyday look. I also recently got another one. It's the Naked 3, I believe. Beautiful palette between, you got matte, you got shiny, you got the little shimmers. When you're on set, they use a lot of neutrals, so I like to have, for auditions and whatnot, lots of neutrals so that it won't pop too much on camera if there's lights, and my eyes won't be too glittery, unless that's the look that they want. But I'll usually just use matte finishes. But for today, because I'm not on set and not doing an audition, I'm going to have a little bit of shimmer. So I'm a huge fan of this Free Spirit one. I get right in there, and I will cover most of my eye with this. I'll start on the top. Okay, so you can see it gives a little bit of subtle shimmer. Okay, and then what I'll do is go to the other top, get a little bit underneath. I'm very much, I love cat eyes. I love smoky eyes as well. So I'm a huge fan of that. Depending on your eye shape, try to find what's the best for you. I just noticed from people doing my makeup and whatnot for set or for even glamour photo shoots, what they did. So once I have that, I'll then take this brush here, and I'll take a bit of a darker color, just a little bit, just a little dab, and I'll start in the corner because that's usually when there's the most powder on the brush. I'll start in the corner and then I'll work my way right in the crease here. So that least amount of powder here, most amount of powder here. Okay, so you can see, oh, there we go. There's a little piece that fell. Okay, so once I have that, I'll then take more of a blender one. I'll go for a lighter shade on top. Okay, and I go right underneath my eyebrows. I'll blend that in. Go right down into my tear, not into the tear duct, but close to it. When you have a lighter color here, it actually tends to open up the eye. So I try to get a little bit in there. And then with any kind of excess, I'll just blend it. There you go. So you got a little bit of color on the outside, just a little bit to open up the eye, nothing crazy. Super quick to do. Okay. Now, I really like the Dita Von Teese. The tattoo liner is awesome. So I either use the Dita Von Teese or I also have one by MAC. I like the matte liquid liner. I find that it just goes on really smooth and it's not too much. So just let's use the Dita Von Teese. I'm gonna do this in the, actually maybe I could do it here in the, I try to stay really close to my eyelashes. The only time I really go bigger is near the end of my eye if I want to do a cat eye. So there we go. So now I have my wings. Now that I've done my eyes for the most part, I'll take my powder. I use MAC as well. I use their Studio Fix. They also have some nice mineral powders. I'll do that all over. I try not to be too thick on the powder, just a little bit of a dab just to make sure that there's no shine. I can tend to get really shiny in my T-zone area. Make sure you blend it down here. No lines, no lines. And just smooth it all out. Okay. Now that I have my powder there, I will moisturize my lips. Ladies, man, I just use Vaseline. Like, seriously, whatever lip balm you have, I find, I mean, I don't carry around this in my purse, but Vaseline does the trick. It keeps them moisturized. It's good to go. Once I am done that, here, let's do some blush. I'll just do a little bit, just a touch, just to get a bit of color on my face. Always do on your cheekbones, keep it nice and high. Now I know a lot of people love contouring. I love contouring, it's awesome. Best thing ever. Don't really do it too much on just an everyday look, but if I am doing contouring, again, I use MAC. I use my brush, and you always want to start from the top here and go down, or from here and brush away. You never want to go too low, otherwise it looks like you have a nice beard. So I try to get right underneath my cheekbone, really blend it in. If you find that it's a bit too dark, so let's just do a bit darker initially. I'll show you how you can blend that back in. I tend to go along my temple here and then even a little bit up to the top, just so it's nice and blended. It's not just one straight line by my cheeks. There we go. If I want to do anything around my nose, I'll also go there. So I'll go right on the end here, right up top to my eyebrow. Just get a nice line here. Just creates like a nice shadow on the face, especially if you're doing like any photos or whatnot. Going for brunch with friends when we can go do that. Okay. I do very basic for contouring, nothing crazy. If you find that it's too dark, what I do is I love setting my makeup with a translucent powder, something that is matte. It's just a finishing powder. Again, I use MAC or Makeup Forever from Sephora. So I'll just dab my brush in there. It's just a little like white powder here. I'll start here and then I'll just blend it with my brush here. I find that this powder actually tends to, if something's really dark, it makes it subtle, because I don't know if it's just because it's white or because I'm putting that powder over top. I'm not a makeup artist. Sorry for those that are watching that are makeup artists. Okay, and I just try to blend. So you can still see that I just have a little bit of color on my cheeks. Looks really natural. And now I'll get into my eyebrows and my eyelashes. Now, I find that I do have thicker eyebrows. A lot of people really like my eyebrows, thank you. I will just do a little bit just to fill them, because I find when I put the powder and the foundation, I'm not very neat with it. I just kind of put it everywhere. So they tend to get lighter because of the foundation and powder being on the hairs. I actually just got this. It's the Anastasia from Beverly Hills. It actually came in a kit, so you actually get a little bit of a pencil liner, and then you also get this, which is really cute. It's actually almost like a mascara tip, and you can go right through. I don't use this very often unless I want like a really dramatic brow. This one actually has the same kind of end, but there's no color to it. So if you just want to even brush out your eyebrows to get any of that foundation or powder on them out, that works. And then what I'll do is I'll just use a little bit of this. It's not even very high. And what I'll do is I'll just lightly, as if, you know, making little hairlines, I'll just darken it up a little bit, make sure that I'm getting all that powder off. Make sure you follow the natural line of your eyebrow. I like thicker eyebrows, even though, you know, I'm a 90s kid. Everyone had those thin eyebrows. I kept mine. Huge thanks to my sister. So you can kind of see the difference here between, you know, being not as filled and then just a little bit. So I kind of start in here. There you go. If you have a little place to fill, just follow your natural line. Just do little strokes here. And then I get right into my peak here, and go all the way to the end. And there we go. So they're filled. Now they look a little bit more dramatic. And now mascara. Mascara is always my final touch. I actually just got this mascara. I absolutely love it. It is the Marc Jacobs mascara. It's freaking unreal. I didn't think I was gonna like it because of the brush. You can see that it has a bit of like a dip in the middle, but I find that actually helps to get right into my eyelashes. So I go here, I do a little bit of a jiggle, get right down to the base, jiggle it a bit. It actually helps, I find, get the color evenly distributed on the lashes and on each one. I'm definitely blessed, I have longer lashes, and then I find that this piece on the end I'll just use to get the tips if I have to. And I'll do the other one. Bit of a jiggle. You can see I get right in there. And then I will do my bottom ones. I do like more of a dramatic eye, and instead of doing an eyeliner, I'll just have the mascara. There, so now I have the mascara. If you guys like to have even more of a dramatic eye, what I'll do is with the same dark color that I used on the end here, I'll actually take it and I'll go right underneath and I'll do a little line right underneath, so it even makes the eye pop a little bit more against my lighter skin. Okay, so the eyes pop out. And then if I find that the setting powder that I did dulled the blush too much, I'll just put a little bit more. Boop. Oh, lips, I forgot lips. I don't do much for my lips. If I want to have something, I'll do a little gloss or something like that. So let's see what I got. I have a specific lip that I will do for auditions because it's matte, it's neutral. It is called Reverence Powder Kiss Lipstick by MAC. You can see it's not too different. from my natural lip. If I want to extend my lip, I will do a lip liner and stuff. I don't feel like doing that today. Just want something quick and easy. And then there's my day look. Thank you so much for watching, guys. If you liked it, please subscribe to the channel of Jamo. And if you haven't seen it yet, the influencers and Fuck Yes, FAKYAAS, catch them on Amazon Prime if you are in the US or the UK. It is coming to Canada. Just get a VPN and say you're from the States and then watch it. They're both amazing. They're both have amazing comedic moments. I would love for you guys to watch them. Those are my most recent things that I'm in. And you can follow them on FAKYAAS on Instagram, or for the influencers, it's the Influencers series. And then I myself am Leanne N. Smith _. You can find me on Instagram as well as Facebook. So thank you so much for watching. Mwah. Have a wonderful day, guys.